There is a question that most of us spend our whole lives avoiding, not because it is hard to answer, but because we are afraid of what the answer will ask of us. The question is this: if nothing you are chasing right now, not the money, not the titles, not the approval of people who barely think about you, can come with you at the end, why are you giving your one and only life to it?
We all live as if we have endless time. We postpone the phone call. We postpone the forgiveness. We postpone the dream. We tell ourselves someday, later, when things settle down. And the years pass quietly while we are busy planning to live. Today's story is about the most powerful man the ancient world had ever seen. By the age of 32, he had conquered everything from Greece to India. Kings trembled at his name. And yet, on his deathbed, this man asked for three things so strange that his own generals thought the fever had taken his mind. But hidden inside those last three wishes is a truth about time, about wealth, and about what you will actually carry with you at the end. A truth so simple that most people never see it until it is too late. So stay with this story until the very end. Listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. Because by the time you understand why a dying conqueror wanted his empty hands hanging out of his own coffin, you may look at this very day, this ordinary day you are living right now, in a completely different way. In the great city of Babylon, in the burning month of June, the most feared man on earth lay dying. He was 32 years old. His name was Alexander, and the world would remember him as Alexander the Great. As a boy, he had been taught by Aristotle himself, the wisest philosopher of the age. At 20, he became a king. And then, in a single decade, he did what no man before him had ever done. He crossed deserts that swallowed armies. He crossed mountains that maps did not dare to draw. He defeated the mighty Persian Empire, the greatest power of his time, and marched his soldiers all the way to the rivers of India. In battle after battle, year after year, he was never once defeated. Never. Men began to whisper that he was not fully human, that the gods themselves walked beside him. And now this man, this undefeated conqueror of the known world, lay on a bed in a borrowed palace, burning with a fever that no sword could fight. Outside the tall windows, the city he had taken glittered in the summer night. Inside, the great hall was silent except for the small sounds of oil lamps and the quiet footsteps of physicians. The finest doctors of Greece, of Persia, of Egypt, of Babylon stood around his bed. Every healer of every conquered land had been summoned. They had tried everything they knew, and one by one they had stepped back from the bed with lowered eyes. The man who had conquered the world could not conquer this. Somewhere in the courtyard below, his soldiers waited in the darkness, thousands of them, standing in silence, refusing to sleep while their king was dying. They had followed him across the world. They would have followed him anywhere, but no army can march against death. Alexander knew. He could feel his strength leaving him the way light leaves the sky in the evening, slowly and then all at once. So he called for his generals. They came and stood around him, hard men with scarred faces, men who had crossed the ends of the earth at his side, men who had never once seen him surrender to anything. And now They watched their kings struggle for breath, and there was nothing their swords could do. Alexander looked at them for a long moment. Then he spoke, and his voice, which had once carried across battlefields, was barely more than a whisper. "I am leaving this world," he said, "and I have 3 last wishes. Promise me you will carry them out exactly as I say." The generals leaned closer. "My first wish," said Alexander, "is this. When I die, let my physicians, and only my physicians, carry my coffin to the grave." The generals glanced at one another. It was a strange request. Coffins of kings were carried by soldiers, by princes, by the strongest and most honored men of the empire, not by doctors. But no one dared to question him. "My second wish," Alexander continued, "is this. As my coffin is carried to the grave, let the path be scattered with the gold, the silver, and the precious jewels from my treasury. All the wealth I have gathered in my whole life, spread it on the road for everyone to see." Now the generals were certain the fever had reached his mind. A lifetime of treasure, the plunder of 100 cities, thrown on the dust of a road? "And my third wish," said Alexander, and here he paused, gathering the little breath he had left. "Let both my hands hang outside my coffin, open, empty, where every man, woman, and child can see them." A heavy silence filled the room. The lamps flickered. Finally, one general, the oldest of them, a man who had fought beside Alexander since the very beginning, knelt by the bed. His voice trembled. "My king," he said, "we will do everything you ask, but tell us why. These wishes, we do not understand them." And Alexander smiled then, a small, tired smile. The smile of a man who has finally seen clearly, and seen it too late.
"Listen carefully," he said, "for these are the last lessons I will ever teach. I want my physicians to carry my coffin so that the whole world may see this truth. The greatest doctors on earth stood beside my bed, and not one of them could hold back death for a single hour. Let people see that when your time comes, no power, no knowledge, no skill can save you. Let them stop believing they will live forever." He drew a slow, painful breath. "I want my treasure scattered on the road, so that everyone who walks behind my coffin may see this truth. I spent my entire life collecting that gold. I bled for it. I burned cities for it. I gave my youth, my peace, and my final years to it. And now I cannot carry one single coin with me. Let people see that a lifetime spent only gathering wealth is a lifetime spent gathering dust." His eyes moved slowly around the room, resting on each of his generals in turn. "And my hands," he whispered. "I want my empty hands hanging out of my coffin, so the whole world may see that Alexander, who won everything, leaves with nothing. I came into this world with empty hands, and with empty hands I am leaving it. The most valuable treasure I had was never the gold. It was time, and I spent mine conquering things I could not keep." Before the sun rose over Babylon, Alexander was gone.
Within a few years, the mighty empire he had bled for was torn apart and divided among the very generals who had wept at his bed. His cities changed their names, his throne turned to legend. But those three last wishes, the coffin carried by physicians, the gold scattered on the road, the empty hands open to the sky, they have traveled further than his armies ever marched. 23 centuries later, they have reached you tonight, wherever you are sitting. So think honestly. If you knew, truly knew, that this year was your last, what would you stop doing tomorrow morning? And what would you finally begin? There is no shame in your answer, only awareness. Because the moment you become aware, you take back the power to spend your remaining days differently. So, here is what you can do, starting today. Pick one thing you have been postponing, one phone call you have been meaning to make, one apology you have been holding back, one dream you have filed away under later, and do it. Not someday, today. Because it always feels like there is time until the physicians step back from the bed. Register these words deep inside your heart. You came with nothing. You will leave with nothing. What matters is what you do in between. Time is the only true wealth, and it is spent whether you use it or not. The richest man on earth cannot buy back a single yesterday. Do not wait to learn on your deathbed what you can learn tonight. You will leave empty-handed, so fill your days with what cannot be carried away. Love given, peace made, lives touched. Now, I want to hear from you. Be honest with yourself for a moment. What is the one thing you have been postponing? The one call, the one dream, the one act of forgiveness you keep pushing to someday? Write it in the comments below and let it become a quiet promise you make to yourself tonight. If this story touched something deep inside you, please like and share this video so it can reach someone else who is spending their one precious life collecting gold they cannot carry. And subscribe to our channel so you never miss a story that could gently change the way you see yourself and the world. I'll be back again with another powerful story. Until then, hold your loved ones a little closer. Spend your hours like the treasure they truly are. And remember, Alexander conquered the whole world and left with empty hands. You will leave empty-handed too. What you keep is what you give. So live today fully, gently, and without delay. Because the true value of time is only seen by those brave enough to remember it will end.